like the number one complaint I get from like female Zoomer friends and their relationships or even marriages is that like the men just don't lead anymore. And it's not that like there's a lot of problems with women Zoomers in the dating market. So this is not like an anti-man point, but it is true that like men are all like are so devoid of purpose that they have trouble. They're self-conscious leading someone if they don't even know what they're leading them to. And I think that hits to your point with religiosity, but also in general, like there's just a lack of drive. So like young men are having a problem leading, not testosterone related per se, but it's just because they don't know what they're leading the women to. They don't have
The
purpose.
percentage of young women who say that there is a dearth of marriageable or even dateable men is shocking. It's absolutely shocking. And we can blame the ladies for that, all we want to at this table, right? And say, oh, like their standards are too high or whatever there. But no, I mean, like at some point, like more young men have to do what you say they do and like actually like lead and like be a breadwinner.
Oh, I love this like trend of guys being like, women are too picky and they're hoes and all that stuff. And I'm like,
terrible look, terrible.
It's not just not correct. Like women are women. They'll always be women and they'll always have high standards, whatever it is. I love how, there was this trend among women of the chopped man epidemic. And the guys, the response from like red pill guys was, this proves our point that women only want the highest tier of guys. And I'm like, you're saying the same thing they're saying. You are all below average and not working hard enough to be the best. There's like, you're just kind of disparaging each other in different ways. Just work harder. I guess younger guys, I obviously I blame their parents, the younger generation's parents who didn't instill in them that drive to conquer.
Stuff like this is exactly why nothing's going to get better. Anytime there's a step forward, we have guys like this pushing it 2 steps back by saying nonsense to their audience or only addressing one side while heavily downplaying the other side of the equation. Yes, we all know men aren't quite the same like they used to be, but neither are the women. The answer isn't as simple as just work harder. There's only so many jobs paying 100+ K. The real problem that these guys never address is that the average woman doesn't want the average guy anymore. Men have become superfluous to a woman's day-to-day survival and needs. They can get everything from a bunch of men instead of relying on one single man. Not to mention now that most women don't even want to get married at least until they're in their 30s. So why would a guy work so hard to get at best a 30-year-old no egg ran through woman? If you want guys to work harder, you have to give them something to work harder for. And a Chad or Tyrone's leftovers, ain't it? These guys are always so quick to dump on men when this is the kind of guy women voted for. You voted for the government to take jobs away from men to give them to you. You made it creepy if guys compliment or reproach you. You scream at guys for mansplaining things. So even all these cucks and male feminists around this table are saying men just need to lead and work harder. That doesn't help, and it is about as useful when a boomer tells you to wear a clean shirt. The average women just don't want to be with the average guy anymore. They want a girl boss, live, laugh, pray, or be in Chad's harem until it's far too late. And until we finally address this side of the equation, it won't make anything better. At best, you'll make a few more high-value targets for these women to go for. The last thing I want to address is Tim's definition of chopped, as it only refers to men's looks. And him not understanding this relatively new term just shows to me how much of a tourist he is to all this. Working hard won't make your face look better or make you taller. And yes, while there is procedures to help with all that, it doesn't fix what I said earlier, that the women just aren't worth it. You're not getting the relatively pure women of yesteryear. You're getting the bottom of the basket ones. These guys can't help you, nor do they want to. They just say this stuff to make them feel better and pat themselves on the back, make them feel like they're doing something. And it's funny that as much as Tim cries about population decline, it looks to me like he's not interested in fixing it at all. Just complaining about it, but not actually doing anything. But I guess that's on brand for him.